on, guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I have an NU match. This one's against Lucy, and this actually took place in my stream the other night, and I have finally decided to bring out the old dick pinch. Pinsir has been in my PC box for a very long time, but he's actually NU now, so I decided to give him a try, and let's see how this is going to happen. So I decided to lead off with Vileplume just because I kind of thought she would lead off with a Shuckle, and I'd like to get that thing to sleep so I don't have to worry about the sticky web for a little while, so yeah. She does end up tossing that weird turtle out there, as I just go ahead and spray some powder at it, and now it is asleep, so that's pretty good news. It's, you know, a Shuckle is really damn bulky, and there's not a lot on my team that can take this thing down, so I gotta kind of whittle this fucker down. So I decided to switch out on the first turn. I'm gonna go into Pinsir here, as I'm like, you know, let's start just throwing some fucking attacks at this thing. Pinsir is choice banded here, so he's gonna be able to deal out a massive amount of damage. And this is actually a regular Pinsir, not a shiny one. I don't know where the hell my shiny Pinsir went, but this guy's gonna work for now. Anyways, for some reason here, she decides to switch into the ORAS, and that ORAS is actually not gonna be too happy because it's about to take this close combat to the face. Pinsir may have some thin looking little stick arms, but you do not want to get punched in the face by this thing, let me tell you. So a choice banded close combat is going to take care of the old dinosaur thing, and you know what? ORAS is actually a pretty interesting Pokemon. I would like to put one on my team, get a nice little hail team going on. Seems pretty sweet. The snow warning is pretty damn badass. But that thing's dead. Dick Pinch is going to get his Moxie here, and that kind of makes me realize, wow, the first Pokemon that I attacked with Pinsir, and ended up dying on the first attack. So that's a nice little warm welcome for you there, Pinsir. So he brings out the Rampardos, and I decided to switch out here because I actually expected it to be Choice Scarfed, and I could not risk Pinsir dying that early, so I decided to switch into Vileplume because I know I can at least take an attack. And the Head Smash does a lot of damage. That is absolute monstrous damage, as he's going to take some hail damage. I'm going to take some hail damage, and I'm like, you know, the freaking dinosaur came out here, just got his hail all over the place, and now he just left us, and now there's just freaking hail. And it's pretty annoying, but he's not going to switch because for some reason he does not want to attack again, maybe risk the Head Smash miss, which usually freaking happens. Every time I use a Rampardos, I miss the Head Smash, so yeah, I don't blame him for switching out there. He just goes into Shuckle, which is a nice play because Trippy actually cannot do a whole lot to this thing, and I'm taking damage from the hail and stuff like that. You know, it's called Snow Warning, but there's hail. Like, I don't understand the difference. What the fuck? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just stay in Giga Draining. I realize that does a decent amount of damage, and he's still sleeping, and I'm like, you know, might as well just stay in here and keep on Giga Draining. I do get a little bit of health back, as I know he can't really hurt me. The only thing Shuckle could probably have to hurt me is like knockoff. He might be able to infestation me in here, but in the long run, I could just synthesis and get a lot of my health back, and all that jazz. So Trippy's honestly looking not looking too bad out here, as I'm just gonna go for the synthesis here just to get all my health back. I feel like the Shuckle's probably gonna wake up pretty soon, so we're gonna see what he's gonna do, kind of scout out what he's gonna want to do. He's probably gonna set up the sticky web, as he does wake up and he freaking does spray his stupid webs at me. So that's pretty unfortunate. Now the rest of my team is gonna be pretty damn slow for the rest of the match, and that is no bueno. So at this point, I decide, hey, why the hell not switch into Ursaring? The Shuckle has pretty much low enough health to the point where I can come in, get my Toxic Orb to activate my Quick Feet, so I'll at least be fast enough to outspeed some stuff, even though the Sticky Web's out here. And then I realized that the Shuckle's going to start Shell Smashing, which is actually going to raise his defenses and lower his attack, which is going to give this Shuckle absolute sky-high defenses. Due to the contrary ability, his stat changes are reversed, so yeah, this thing is absolutely impossible to kill after it gets a Shell Smash. So I decided to go for a close combat just to see how much that's going to do, and yeah, that is definitely not going to kill. Unfortunately, this thing is now going to go for a rest, and he's going to get all his health back, and I'm like, fuck you, Shuckle, you fuckle. This thing is just absolutely annoying. I never have anything for these guys, and it's like, they always carry rest, so you can never toxic these things, whittle them down, but that's pretty annoying. Shuckle is just a fucking asshole most of the time. At this point, I realized that I actually do have a plan here. I can switch into Toss. I can start setting up as many bulk ups as I like, because the Shuckle's honestly not going to be able to hurt me at all. So my plan here is to be able to go for the Storm Throw. If you are not familiar with Storm Throw, it gets a critical hit every time, so that's going to break through his defensive boosts, which is actually really nice because he can keep Shell Smashing all he wants. Critical hits do not care about stat changes. So my first Storm Throw doesn't do a whole lot, and I'm like, you know, it's probably time to start working out. So Toss is going to start getting swole, go for a nice bulk up, as he is going to wake up and Shell Smash again. So I'm not sure he realizes that I'm just going to keep on going for the Storm Throw, which is going to get critical hits. I don't know if he realizes that Storm Throw gets a critical hit every time, but his defenses are not going to help him now. And Throw is actually a pretty decent Shuckle. Not really a counter, but I guess it kind of takes care of him. It kind of checks it. So I'm just going to go for another bulk up, get to +2, as he is going to Shell Smash again. And how the fuck is that getting you more defense? Your shell is just broken into pieces. Like, I would be able to just touch your weird little inside yellow body, but like what the fuck does an inside of his shuckle look like? Probably just like a weird like mush of yellow stuff. But I go for another storm throw, and that is going to do a lot more damage that time, and now he realizes, holy shit, this is not working out with this whole shell smash thing. And now he's going to go for a toxic, which is actually perfect for me, because that's going to activate my guts ability, only giving me more attack. And you guys are all familiar with throw at this point in the channel. If you've watched any other NU matches, this thing just tears shit up. But now he brings in Plant Man, and this is the power of throw. After +2, a storm throw on a ×4 resisted Pokemon is going to do well over half, and that is unfortunate if you were that Ivysaur right there. You get your weird ass little pubescent plant thing on your back. You're like, man, I'm only a teenager and I'm already taking this damage. Like, this is just awful. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty comfortable about how Toss is looking right now. Honestly, when you're behind a throw with +2 and guts, you really don't have much to be afraid of. But the stupid plant thing is going to go for a synthesis, and unfortunately, well, actually for me, it is doing a little bit more damage than he is recovering. But unfortunately, I am taking some poison damage. It is going to start racking up here pretty soon, as I pretty much expect him to just basically keep on synthesizing to get some more poison damage on me. So I just go for one more storm throw, as he's going to synthesis again, get some more health back. And luckily for me, though, it is going to knock him down a little bit more this time, as I was like, hey, I might be able to freaking kill this thing. His synthesis is not doing enough for him to just keep on going for it. So I was like, I should have actually, I kind of make a pretty bad play here. I should have stayed in and kept on storm throwing, but as you'll see, I believe this next turn, I thought he was going to synthesis one more time, and I thought I would catch him off guard, go for a little bulk up action, and then maybe rest the next turn and be chilling, but he actually sludge bombs there, as I'm going to bulk up, and unfortunately, the next poison damage is going to knock me to the point where he can kill me with another sludge bomb, and since he does have the sticky web on the field, he is in fact going to be faster, and that is going to be a dead throw. That right there was a pretty shitty play on my part. Like I said, I should have just kept going for the storm throw, but you know, what are you going to do? At least the Ivysaur is down to the a reasonable amount of health where I can kill it with just like anything else. So I'm not going to switch back into Hugs. Ursaring is like, it is my time to shine, bitches. Even though there's a sticky web, I'm still pretty quick. My feet are, you know, pretty quick feet with the poison. So he is actually going to save the Ivysaur for later, as he's going to switch right back into freaking tank. But luckily I did enough damage on that thing earlier to the point where I can definitely kill it with a facade. It actually does not end up killing it. It lives with like 1 HP, but luckily Hugs is able to kill it off the next turn. It essentially just means that I'm going to take some more poison damage from the Toxic Orb. But honestly, Hugs is a wild animal. He's a fucking bear. All he cares about is mauling things. So he goes ahead and mauls that turtle, and it is always a good sight to see Shuckle go down. Don't have to worry about that asshole turtle anymore, and I'm pretty happy about that. But unfortunately, he does still have Bastiodon. Well, actually, not really too unfortunate, because I do have close combat on Ursaring, so it is definitely going to, you know, get punched in the weird shield face, and he's not going to really enjoy that. But he goes for the Protect, which is just going to rack up some more poison damage on me, and I'm like, damn it. That's unfortunate, but I go for one more close combat, and that is going to knock this thing down to its sturdy. And at this point, I'm pretty much just hoping that he doesn't have a move strong enough to be able to kill me. So he endures the hit with 1 HP. Hugs is going to lower his defenses and stuff like that, as he actually opens up a berry, eats it in the middle of the battlefield. I'm like, this ain't no picnic. Get your berries out of here, as he goes for a heavy slam. Luckily, Hugs is going to be able to take that. I don't know why that did no damage, honestly. I don't know what the... Like, I had -1 defense, and Hugs is not the most defensive Pokemon. I really don't understand. But he is, in fact, going to go for one more Protect, as I probably could have saved Ursaring for later. I saw that coming, but I just went for the close combat, and unfortunately the poison is actually going to kill me. So Hugs goes down, but I got this thing down to 1 HP, so literally anything else can kill it. And you know, Hugs, you did a damn good job, as now I'm going to bring in Pyroar, who is ready, looking nice and healthy, ready to just start fucking shit up. As I go for the Unnerve, so he's too nervous to eat berries now, which is a turn too damn late. But, you know, what are you going to do? He already ate his berries. So I'm just going to go for the Fire Blast. Luckily, I do end up hitting it, and the Bastiodon is definitely not going to like that. Roast that bitch up real quick, and that is a dead Bastiodon. So all of his defensive Pokemon are now down, and it's pretty much just time to start late game sweeping here, as he does go into the Rampardos, and that is actually kind of scary, because I realize he is going to be faster than my shit, and I'm probably not going to be able to take too many attacks on this thing, because it hits really hard. So my only chance here is to switch into Trippy, let him head smash and actually kill me. Hope I get the Effect Spore maybe on contact, maybe put him to sleep, paralyze him, something like that, but I do not get it, as the head smash is going to kill Vileplume, but luckily it is going to whittle him down. It does a lot of damage to himself, and the only thing I can actually do at this point is send in my Grumpig here, who's going to get caught in the freaking sticky web, obviously going to be outsped anyways, but he does hit the next head smash, and while that is going to kill Grumpig, it is actually going to kill himself in recoil, so that's literally all I cared about. Just the fact that I needed that thing dead, end, but yes, I had to sacrifice little Grumpig, and I'm sorry about that, Bacon, but you'll be used later. Grumpig is an absolute monster of a special defense wall in PU, or NU, sorry, let me tell you. But anyways, he goes now into T-Rex. He switches right from one fucking prehistoric thing right back into the next one as I go into Dick Pinch here. So at this point, I know this thing is definitely going to be faster, but then I was like, wait, what the fuck? I outsped it with a close combat. I don't know how the hell how slow is Tyrantrum. At the point in the match, I was like, wow, I really did not expect to outspeed that thing. That Tyrantrum is going to go down, and see you later, T-Rex. Sorry about that, buddy. You and your little arms are going to sink into the ground as Dick Pinch is going to activate his Moxie. So I've killed 2 things with close combat today. That's a freaking success, as he's now going to go into Ivysaur, and at this point he is going to freaking Synthesis because he's faster. The Ivysaur is faster than Pinsir, but not the T-Rex. That I don't understand. But so yeah, he's gonna Synthesis, get a lot of his health back. Due to the Moxie, I decided to stay in. I'm choice banded. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna do a lot of damage anyways, as it does. And Pinsir is gonna lose a lot of defenses here, as I basically just stay in here, keep on close combating, because I don't really feel safe about switching into Pyroar here on the off chance that he maybe Sludge Bombs and then ends up like killing me or something, killing me with a critical hit, or like poisoning me or something like that. So I stayed in close combated. Does not end up killing that time, which is pretty shitty. And now Dick Pinch is basically at low enough health where, or low enough defense is where the point he can throw a Sludge Bomb at me. And that is going to be a dead Pinsir, but that is all fine because now I can just switch into Pyroar, which I had expected to do, and I can finish this thing off with a nice little Hyper Voice. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of the match. That was a pretty damn close one. A lot of defensive mons that he had on his team that pretty much fucked me up, but yeah, that was a really good game. This shit definitely came down to the wire. I had a really good time. If you guys enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button, and I would love you forever. And good game, Lucy. We shall maybe rematch again sometime. Peace.